Previously on Benthelooney and Friends. Achoo! And now, the continuation of our story. Welcome back to Ben Reviews. And when I was a kid, you know what? This decade's just fine the way it is. Well, now that I've gotten in touch with all the positivity in the world and have become incredibly happy, I'm going to review one of my favorite films of all time. And hold it right there, Queermo. We need to have a serious talk. Quite right. And then we will proceed to make the blue elephant play the trombone for you. Oh, goody, my friends. What is it you wish to talk about? You're gay. Actually, gayer than normal. Why? Yes, Neb. I am gay. Ha! He said it! You owe me $10, Nick! Oh, drat. There goes the last item of currency I can handle because Alexander Hamilton is on it.
Lads, stick to the topic at hand.
Hey, I've got plenty of legs. All 7 of them.
Well, moving on. Mr. Looney, you've become too happy. It's quite immature.
But what's wrong with being happy? Happiness is beautiful. You need to go back to ranting. But it kills me that you weren't designed with the red hoodie. I appreciate your concerns, but I've got nothing else to be angry about. In fact, even when it comes to the things I've gotten mad at, there are still some positives for them. Except for the Looney Tunes Show, Honey Boo Boo, Seltzer and Friedberg, Family Guy, Brickleberry, The Last Airbender, and the Godzilla remake. Screw those. Well, what we're trying to say is that you...
Oh, and Sanjay and Craig. That's horrible as well.
Okay, well, you're ultra gay, so you have to go back to being just super gay. Sorry, boys, but I'm a new Benthelooney. I'm a lot more optimistic, a lot less angry, and I'm in the process of canceling my subscription to Playtoon magazine. Well, looks like we'll have to do this the hard way. Lloyd, Modem, we're going to need fiddles.
No. So, Mr. Looney, what are you going to review today?
Why, none other than one of my favorite films of all time, Yellow Submarine!
Huh?
Dramatic gasp?
You think that infantile film is worth salvaging?
Oh, I think it's worth more than just salvaging. I think it's up there with The Wizard of Oz and Star Wars as quintessential movies that people should see at a young age, and it deserves to be considered one of the greatest animated films of all time. Well, how about we watch it with you, pointing out all the little flaws it has?
That's an excellent idea, Mr. Nick. Alright, Mr. Looney, get ready to see that even things that make you feel wondrous will also destroy your hopes and aspirations.
Yeah, I'm gonna love tearing this Disney movie apart. I don't know what you're all talking about. There are no elephants in here. Goody! I get to watch one of my favorite movies with all my friends. So, get ready for a trip of your lifetime. Here's our review of Yellow Submarine. So, it starts off in the colorful world of Pepperland, where music is constantly playing, and nothing ever goes wrong. Oh no! You put it in My Little Pony movie by mistake! Let's get out of here, guys! Now, Neb, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. I'm gonna have to help you get some attention span lessons. Wait, what did you say after Neb?
So, all the tenderfoot actions of the citizens of Pepperland is put to a sudden stop when this group of blue fuzzballs called the Blue Meanies show up and attack the paradise.
Oh, that's gate. This movie is so gay that even the villains are gay. No, Neb, the Meanies aren't happy, they're mean. That's why they're called the Blue Meanies. Their red lips are causing me to wish my mom aborted me. Nick, you shouldn't say such things. You need to let the sunshine into your life. I tried that once. My eyes bled. So, it shows a guy walking on a sidewalk, and he finds a quarter. Huh? That doesn't happen in this movie, Looney. Are you sure? That's what I'm seeing, Uncle Scrooge. You better be careful with that waffle iron. Anyway, a citizen of Pepperland named Fred manages to escape on a yellow submarine, and the title sequence plays. Ah, my ears! This movie's lack of auto-tune is killing me!
I've heard the animatronics at a kids' fun center play better music than this.
I wouldn't mind this song so much if they didn't have to use the word one. I really hate that word. For the last time, Beavy, we don't have any cheese.
Mr. Looney, you can't possibly tell me that you enjoy listening to this underwhelming pile of "We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine." Never mind. So, after the title sequence, the submarine makes it to London, and Old Wrigley plays over a montage. Not another song! No! This song is about a girl named Eleanor. I once knew a girl named Eleanor who made me a peanut butter sandwich on wheat bread. I hate wheat bread. Ugh, such horrible music. Mr. Looney, you can't honestly enjoy listening to this music in a continuous manner, can you? Actually, this isn't one of my favorite Beatles songs. What? Ha! That was easy! He's already starting to get hopeless. No, I'm not. I mean, Eleanor Rigby isn't my favorite song, but it's not terrible. You gotta admire Paul McCartney for making a song without the use of instruments. Well, it's a good thing I didn't get my hopes up. I have none left to get up. So, after that horrible song, we see this one guy who's tired of living in Paris, so he wants to go on an adventure, but then he starts to get stopped by the submarine. My bourbon, this movie is most confusing. How is that submarine following him on dry land? It's animated, Charles. You can do anything in animation. But you'd think it would still make sense of itself. It's a fantasy movie. You can't expect everything to be normal. But this movie is normal. Now a guy is buying a candy bar with a quarter he found. Did the filmmakers even try? Anyway, the submarine follows Ringo to his house, and Ringo meets the pilot of the submarine, who's named Fred. Fred's in this movie? Where is he? He's so cute! I mean, funny. Wrong Fred, Neb. Oh, right. Like Fred would ever be in a crappy Beach Boys movie. So, Fred asks Ringo for some help, and Ringo takes him inside to meet the rest of the Fab Four, and we say, "Oh my, what am I looking at?" Those are just a few of the film's amazing visuals. That's monstrous! Am I on an illegal substance? Did Frankenstein's monster just turn into John Wick? Oh, vocabulary! What is that? These visuals are lacking pictures of kittens. Quit rubbing it in, guys. I know this movie is boring. You don't have to be sarcastic about it. So, Red Guy gathers the members of the Animals. Beatles, Neb. Beatles. But I'm happy you know about the Animals, a very underrated band from the British invasion. The Animals is a real band? I was just saying a random name. So, they get in this submarine and they do something that is worse than anything that Abraham Lincoln ever did. Sing! Ah! Each song is getting worse and worse! I've become immune to these songs, so I'm going to react to them in a most respectable manner. Whoa! Make it stop! Make it stop! Why doesn't this song use a tuba? Why? I know. This movie is so dull, isn't it? I'm glad I enjoy this music. I hate to be suffering like you four. So, the singing of All Together Now gets the submarine started, and they set sail. They have a long journey ahead of them, as they have to go through several different seas, and the first sea they go through is the Sea of Time. Of course, this causes the ages of the boys to change, and the best way to get out of it is... Okay, this movie is most unintelligent. It's not possible to change somebody's age. In Sea of Time, there's no such thing. But if you say it's just a movie one more time, I'm going to go to your mother's house, spill grape juice on her favorite rug, and blame it on you. Well, alright. I don't want my mother to get mad at me. Anyway, to get out of this situation, Paul starts to sing When I'm 64. Another song! No! Play some 2 Chainz! That's impossible, Neb. 2 Chainz wasn't born when this movie was made. Yes he was. He was born in 1977. This movie was made in 1968. Wow, history goes back that far? No, Neb. It goes even farther than that. Heh, nerd. Anyway, after they sail through the Sea of Time, they end up in the Sea of Science, where... Is there a song in this scene? Yes, Skip It. But it's a really good song that not many people know. Skip it! I'm sure you guys would like it if you... Skip it, please! I'm getting tired of this director filming a chair for the last 13 minutes. Alright. So they eventually end up in the Sea of Monsters. Oh no, I can't stand monsters. Especially in animated movies. They're never designed with enough teeth. Good golly, these monsters! They can only be designed by the most juvenile minds. I admire your opinion, Charles.
But just because something is full of imagination doesn't mean a kid came up with it.
Balderdash! Imagination is just a word made up by childish people who need an excuse for their immature minds.
Hey, it's not nice to shave porcupines without permission. On second thought, proceed. It's more interesting than watching this guy making the same apple pie over and over again. So, Ringo accidentally presses a button and is blasted out of the submarine, and he almost gets captured by American Indians, but the boys send out some Union soldiers to save him. A monster then eats the background of the movie, and the boys end up in a white area.
Great nose hairs! I think I've been drinking too much bourbon. I better start drinking only 3 sips a day instead of 5.
Ben, you can't like this movie. But I do. No, you can't. But I do.
No, you can't like it. I don't like it, which means that you can't like it because I'm the all-knowing master of the universe. What I say goes, and everybody has to agree with me.
So, you can't like this movie. Alright, I don't.
Yay!
I love it.
Darn it!
Yes, I have the utmost love for this movie. So, if you love it so much, what's stopping you from marrying it? The U.S. Constitution? What about costumes?
So, while in the white world, the Fab Four meet a little man named Jeremy, who spends most of his time learning as much as he can. Jeremy manages to fix the engine of the submarine, and the boys see that Jeremy really has nothing to live for other than learning things, so they sing, "No! Not another song!" Aw, but this one's really good at skip it. But Charles, I have some grape juice that's looking for a good home on some nice clean carpet.
Alright.
Anyway, the boys sing Nowhere Man, and Ringo feels bad for Jeremy, so he invites him to come along. Is there a reason why Jeremy's rhyming?
Because.
Well,
because.
I'm waiting for an answer.
He's Jeremy.
Of course.
I once wrote a poem about a guy who rhymes. I wrote about how he got ran over by a bus. So, this guy who we still don't know the name of then goes to a garage sale to buy some things. Is this even a movie? I'm starting to think a camera crew just followed this guy around.
Oh, Looney, my friend, what I want to do to see what goes on in your mind,
that's for me to know and me to know.
Monday morning you sure look fine. Friday I got traveling on my mind. First you love me, then you fade away. I can't go on believing this way.
So, Jerry accidentally causes the submarine to take off, and the birds are stranded in the middle of the ocean. After another devil song, they keep walking and end up in an area full of holes.
Sweet Martini, this level of tenderfoot animating should be outlawed.
But the world needs imagination, Charles.
Without it, we'd have more room for more quality entertainment, like watching grass grow and food decomposing.
Well, if that's what you like doing on your free time, more power to you. I mostly like to write poetry on my free time. Want to read some?
Sure, Nick, my great friend. Great idea, Nick. Ben reading your poetry would be perfect to break his spirits.
Idea? I just wanted somebody to feel my pain.
Nick, you are a master of dark comedy. What? I cried 3 tears after I read those poems.
It's best to not take them seriously. How dare you? Anyone who thinks clipping only 5 fingernails is funny is a monstrous human being.
So, Jeremy is kidnapped by the Blue Meanies, and the Beatles are magically transported to Pepperland, where they reunite with Fred and the submarine. They then see that all the color has been sucked out of Pepperland by the Blue Meanies. So the Beatles have to return Pepperland to its colorful glory by doing what they do best.
Sucking?
No, Neb. Singing!
Wow. That Tai Chi elephant came out of nowhere, and then it was gone. Way to take away the only interesting part of this movie.
Ugh, why are there so many songs in this film?
Because it's a musical.
They make those?
Of course. In fact, that's not the only genre of film. There's action, comedy, fantasy, horror, thriller, documentaries.
Documentaries? Well, now those sound like my kind of films.
If there aren't any boobies or explosions, it's not a movie. I would watch movies, but a lot of them have actors that wear shoes. Screw shoes.
Anyway, the boys sing and the color is brought back to Pepperland, which Sergeant Blue Meanie doesn't take very well, so he sends his flying glove after the Beatles, but they manage to stop it by singing All You Need Is Love,
Ah, what gay holes the Bee Gees are. All their songs are about love.
Yes, love is just another thing that is made up by sophomorphic minds.
Well, get ready to be wrong as the Beatles managed to free Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band from the glass bubble prison, and the Bees attacked them with their four-headed bulldog. So, the boys fight the bulldog by singing an underrated Beatles song, Hey Bulldog. See? Not all their songs are about love. No. But they're still gay, even though each member of the band was married. Yeah, to each other. Oh! I am good. No, you're not. Your O phrase had one too many H's in it. You must be the one who influenced Charles Manson to murder all those innocent people. All I heard you say was, you to all those. What the heck does that mean? Oh, would you like a milkshake, Nick? No, thanks. Oh, alright. But don't come crying to me when that fire-breathing troll won't get off your shoulders. So, Ringo manages to save Jeremy, who defeats Sergeant Blue Meanie by speaking poetry, and the Beatles make peace with the Meanies as they sing It's All Too Much as a sign of their new friendship. Afterwards, we see the actual Beatles talking about the movie they weren't actually in, and they go out singing all together now.
Oh, thank goodness it's over. What an infantile waste of cinema that only the biggest immature minds could come up with.
Oh, whoever created this movie must have been a creation of Satan himself. Anyway, whoever makes a movie that uses rotoscoping deserves the worst punishment known to mankind. I was completely bored to tears while watching this. Well, what do I expect from a movie that's called The Day of the Guy? It's stupid.
So, Ben, what do you think of this cinematic garbage?
I love it.
What?
I don't know why you're so surprised. I've been saying that throughout this whole video. The animation is unique and special, even if it's different from what a lot of people are used to. The soundtrack is wonderful, as if it wasn't going to be. Although the Beatles don't voice themselves, the voice actors they got have their personalities and voices matched perfectly. It's an animated classic that I never get bored of watching.
But this movie teaches people that everything can be solved with hope and love.
Well, maybe they can. I think that if people would learn to remain hopeful and be more loving, the world would be a better place. Sure, life isn't always easy, but nobody ever said it would be. It's best to always keep a hopeful mind and imagine that everything is going to get better over time. Love truly is all you need.
You know, Mr. Looney, you make such a great point. I think now I'll change my ways and...
Ow! Charles, that wasn't very nice. Why did you hit me with that? Sleepy. Oh yes, Winry. You can spend the whole day with me. Huh? What? Where am I?
Where your dreams are ruined, Mr. Looney.
Why am I here?
You have given up all negativity.
I'm sorry. I'm a little under the weather. Anyway, you've changed your ways to be more cheerful and positive. That I have. Why? Don't you know that all hope is lost? Just because some people think that it is doesn't mean it's true. Of course it's true. I say so. Who are you? Well, isn't it obvious? Not really. You're wearing your hood. Well, allow me to show you.
Oh my God!
Hello, myself. Twist ending, isn't it? No, that's stupid and lacking in any sense. I can't go out like that. Ah, I've got it. Allow me to show you. On second thought, the writer didn't think clearly of who I really am, so let's cop this ending out by knocking you out again. What? Ah!
Oh, man, you wouldn't believe the dream I had.
What, dude?
I dreamt that I live in another YouTube channel with the exact opposite of me, a psychotic murderer, an uptight, overly mature person, and a Debbie Downer.
Whoa. Also, I was better drawn. I actually started to like shows I didn't like before.
Shaw. Go back to sleep, man.
Alright.
Hey, what shows did you start to like?
Go back to sleep, Billy. No, I can't rip off another ending. I'm better than that. What am I gonna do? How do I end an internet video series? That's it. Well, allow me to show you. My Avery! That was so predictable. Yes, it is me, the internet. I'm what everybody needs, but also what everybody gets sick of. Of course, it all makes sense now. You present yourself as a way for people to do things they can't do in real life. You make us happy with online shopping, video sites, and socializing. But once you have us in the palm of your windows, you turn common people into animals and cause them to fight each other. On top of that, you exaggerate information about the world to make people think that all is lost, and make what seems like easy tasks very difficult to do. Yes, Mr. Looney, I am the one who spreads negativity, overmaturity, conformity, and insanity. There's yogurt? Where? So, what do you want with me? Go back to being negative. What made you think I was negative? Why, all of those rants you made over the years. You know how to rattle cages better than any other YouTuber I know. Watching the chaos you cause is the most entertaining thing for me to watch, and I eat it all up. So, do me a favor and go back to ranting. No. Yes, I do tick people off, but that was never in my intention. I just wanted to vent out my frustrations on certain things and have fun doing it. I never wanted to cause the outroars I did, and at first, I was shocked that I made so many people uneasy. But now, I started to look at myself in the mirror. I didn't recognize what I had become. I had to like it was the end of the world just because there were some things out there that I didn't like, and that is wrong. Sure, we all have a right to our opinions, but I went a little overboard. I'm not going to like every single thing that comes out, but I shouldn't take it out on them, or anybody who might like those said things. If I don't like them, I should just move on and keep trying out things until I find something I do like. And those things I don't like do have a right to exist because they make me appreciate the things I love a lot more. The world is one big scale, and we need opposites to keep everything in balance. Okay. Now, go back to ranting. Yeah, right. Hey, your lair is really easy to escape from. Hey, where are you going? To bury the hatchet with my haters. No! Come back! Create drama! So, what should we do now, boss? Need me to look at pictures of cats fighting with bunnies. Okay. Come on, lads. Let's go make something of ourselves. Well, folks, it's been a rough ride over the years. I think it's time for me to spread my wings and move away from video making. There are lots of potential animators needing a big star, and I'll be there for them. So, for the last time, I'm Benthelooney, and I'm signing out. I have a great life ahead of me. Yes, everything turned out well for all of our friends. Neb T. Newell started to pay attention in school and became a lot more sensitive to others. He's still poning some noobs in his favorite video games. Looney T. Ben reformed himself and has become completely sane. He is currently working a well-paying job at the St. Louis Zoo. He has never been so happy to see penguins. Sir Lord Charles Humperdinck IV toned himself down to be more accepting of the arts. He now spends most of his time strolling art museums around the country. Negative Nick became a lot more optimistic and changed his name to Positive Pete. Finally, Ben T. Looney auditioned for several parts in cartoons and didn't get one role. Oh, come on! How come I get the unhappy ending? But he soon found the love of his life when he met Jenny E. Wacky, and they were soon married. But Ben T. Looney had some explaining to do when his last issue of Playtoon magazine came in the mail. So, there ends the saga of Ben T. Looney and Friends. Just goes to show. Happy moral or something. Thanks for watching.